Hello, my name is Sarah and I want to welcome you to my allotment journey. We've finished our first year at the plot here in North Manchester, and you know what, we've had our ups, we've had our downs, we've had our laughter, we've even had our tears. But we did it, didn't we? We did it, we got through it. And I say we because you've all helped me along the way. You've all given me advice, encouragement, and it's all been really gratefully and thankfully received. So please continue to join me on my allotment journey here at my allotment plot. Right, well, I'm starting my allotment journey off today in Costa. Right, it's a lovely day today. A bit of blueness going on there in the sky, so I thought I'd sit here at Costa, because it's my free one, because every so many drinks you get a free one. So I'll drink this and then I'll head off to the allotment. Because I've got lots of jobs to do. We're going to finish that bench off for a start, aren't we? And then I need to sort some other stuff out. I've got some seeds and some stuff to show you as well. So yeah, I'm just going to drink this, then I'm going to go to the allotment. Right, well, I'm here now, and I think first things first, I've got to do a little bit of pottering about. I've got to do a little bit of tidying up before I can get to do the bench. There's so much in the way, as per usual, as to be expected from me. But I've got a couple of pottering about jobs to do. Now, for my mud kitchen, my old one, the hob rings, they were just circles of MDF. So, and I painted them to make them last, and they lasted for about 2 or 3 years like that. But I've got to make me some 3D printed ones to go on my cooker hob. So what I need to do is I just need to screw those onto there, like so. Don't want to do it too tight because I don't want to split. I haven't got a hand screwdriver. Ideally, I would hand screw it in, but I haven't got one here, I don't think. So I have done a pilot hole. I've just bought some new drill bits, but it's not very good actually. I don't know if the drill bits are rubbish or not. Well, I keep trying, but it did a starter hole, and I'm just going to carefully, so as not to do it too firmly, as to split it. There you go. There you go. So I'm just going to do that. Try and get them all the same if I can. Certainly similar. See what I mean? It's just not going in. What's that about? I mean, it's doing a starter hole. Usually I don't have any trouble with wet wood. It usually still drills a decent hole. I think those drill bits are... Oh, that's a flathead. Oh, that's no good. Flathead. Right, there we go. Right, I'll have to change my drill bit. But you get the idea. Carefully. Not too much because I don't want to split it. And I shall apply all those onto there, and then the cooker will be finished. But I just need to get a flat-headed drill bit for that, and I just don't know what's going on with that. Is that going the right way? Oh, I think it was going the wrong way. I shouldn't be left alone with tools. I really shouldn't. It was going the wrong way. He was drilling it out and not putting it in. Oh well, right, I'm going to get a flathead one, and you'll see a master in action, master carpenter in action. So much better when you put the drill in forward rather than reverse. Don't forget, because this is plastic, you don't want to over tighten it because it will just split it, it will just snap it. Ideally, you need to do it with a hand screwdriver, but I haven't got any here. Oops, is that not going in the hole? There you go, that looks a lot better. Just renewed those. Oops. It's a little bit like a catch-22 in here because I need somewhere to store the wood. but I was hoping to store the wood sort of underneath the new bench that I'm making. So I don't want to move the wood outside, because if it gets too late and it ends up raining, I've kept it in here to keep it dry, you see. So it is a little bit like a catch-22. So I am going to try and do the bench today. Okay, so at least then I can start sort of sorting out and getting the rest of this. I mean, it looks like a big mess there, but that's just because it's covering stuff, right? I've got my boxes there. There's a big box under there for outside. I don't know if you remember me saying before. I could get that out today, and I could put the toys in. Could put the toys in out the way. But yeah, this wood, I wanted to store the wood sort of underneath the bench or behind it. It was certainly in that area, so I need to get that made. Right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring the tabletop in. I'm going to look at the leg I've got, and I'm going to see what I need to cut to make some other sort of legs. And then I need to see how to attach it to this. But first of all, I think I need to secure that, because that's fell over a few times in the wind, because that knocked on it. Right, so I think if I can just peg this in a little bit, it'll just make it a little bit more sturdy as well, even though it's going to be attached to something else. I think I might just put one peg in the bottom down there. I've staked that bench down there. I just put a hole in the weed membrane there, hammered it in, screwed it into that, just to give that just a little bit more stability. I mean, it might still topple over, it's quite old, but just going to give it a little bit more stability. And now I've got 4 legs now, so I've got 3 of these, and then I've got a massive one outside. So I'm going to get all the legs together and get the top and see how we can sort of build it, make it, attach it to here, strengthen it, etc. And hopefully by the end of the day we should have a potting bench on there. So the idea is that I have to bridge the gap between the 2 legs. So 2 legs on either end, 2 legs one end, 2 legs the other end. So I need to bridge the gap between them, strengthen the gap, you know, before I can attach the top to it. So I'm going to do like I did with these legs. I'm just going to put what would you call it? Just a piece of wood. I don't know what you'd call it. A thing to go from one leg to the other. Right, I know that is the width of the tabletop that I've just drawn on here. Just drawn on here with a drill bit, like you do. I know that is the width of the tabletop, so I know the legs have to go, attach on here, and not go beyond these outside bits here. So just need to cut that off. And I need to do at least 2 of those. So I've got a flat piece of wood at the bottom there, so I can hopefully get these legs level. It doesn't matter, it's in the polytunnel, it doesn't really matter. We'll sort something out, but as level as we can. Right, level as we can. Make sure that they lie within that piece of wood there, which they do. As you can see there, sort of levelled it on the bottom there. Put that there. I've eyeballed it to be straight along that line, because we know those lines are straight. That's against the back. Okay, so I'm just going to attach that to that. We'll see how we go. We'll do 2 like that. If it needs another one, fair enough. But putting these on also, maybe I can put the wood across it. You know, when it's underneath the table, could go from one leg to the other leg, maybe. So yeah, we're going to put that there close to the bottom, because the top will be secured onto the top of the bench. Okay, now it's important that the other one is exactly the same height. If I want to start storing wood on it, I don't want a wonky shelf. Right, so for that one, I have got the extra super massive long piece. I've had this piece of wood for a while, so I might as well use it up. It's a good piece of wood. Right, so we want that there. Let me just put a piece of wood underneath it, sorry. Okay, put it up against that bottom board there. Going to do the same with this piece of wood. Put it up against that bottom piece there. This just means we're going to get something slightly even, doesn't it? Okay, so I've lined it up, get my second piece of wood. Unfortunately, I'll have to raise that one up to meet that one, but we can get that one on first, can't we? Get that one on first, then we need to raise this one up to meet it. So if you can remember from the bench outside, and because I'm doing it on my own, I did this helping hand thing, right, which was I would peg in the legs, right? I'd peg the legs in, hammer that into the ground, screw them into the legs, so that that's my pair of hands holding it still while I work. But also it secures it, doesn't it? It stops it toppling over. It just keeps it in one place, because this flaps about, raining, this flaps about so much that it could possibly knock it over. Okay, which isn't so bad on the other bench because it was everything in boxes, but this will have plants on it. Okay, so these are going to be my helping hands. I've got a point on one end, just going to whack them in, screw them into the legs, and that will hold them steady while I figure out how I'm going to secure everything. And I also need something to go from one side of the leg to the other side of the legs. Okay, we've joined two legs together, but we need to join across as well, otherwise it's just going to go like that, isn't it, over time? Okay, so that's what I'm going to do. Helping hands first. The first thing I'll do actually is I will attach this to this bench here. I'll screw straight through. Hopefully I've got a long enough screw that will go. So I'll attach it to the bench and peg it down. Okay, so this is all one unit. So hopefully this will hold this up should the wind try to take it, as well as it being pegged down there. Belt and braces. Okay, so I'm just going to screw through there and attach to there before I peg it down there. So all I did was I screwed from that side into that post just to help me out down here. Right, what I need now is a knife to cut away the membrane at the bottom. Put it straight like that. Cut away the membrane at the bottom so I can hammer a post in. Very hard. There we go, it's just a helping hand. Okay, that's in there, quite firm. Not the neatest thing you've ever seen, but none of my stuff is the neatest thing you've ever seen, so. No shock there. Ugh. That's a little swine, isn't it? That's a little swine, not going in. Listen, it's held it. It's held it by the skin of its teeth. It's held it just to keep it still while I do everything else. Right, I need to secure the other one now. So I'm going to hammer the thing in first. I've learnt my lesson there. That piece of wood gets in the way, so I'm going to hammer that little stake in first, roughly where I need it to go. There we go, that's better. That is better. Right, I need another one, ideally, but I think that might just do. Okay, that's a helping hand for now. Could do with one on the other side, really. Oh, right, I might just hammer one on the other side, just because it'll just help stop it flopping over that way. I'll come back when it's finished. Okay, I put one on the other side. Far easier because that isn't in the way on the other side. So it's got two, just so it's my helping hand. My helping hand, oops. Sorry, and a little bit of stability. Okay, when it's finished. Right, so what I need to do now is get that up there, on top of there, without anything collapsing. Wish me luck. Okay, right, what do you think about that? Okay. Let me stand back and have a look. You know what? It'll do, won't it? It'll do. I'll screw that down into there, screw that down into there. Likewise over there. It's wonky, does it matter? Does it matter that it's wonky? Don't suppose it does it? Maybe that could have been a bit further over this way, I don't know. I think maybe this leg could have come out a bit more. You know what, doesn't matter because I can still fix it on there. Right, let's get screwing this down. Okay, let's get some nice beefy screws for this one. See what we've got. A nice beefy screw like that. See if we've got a few of those. At least got 2, so let's do that. Oh, it is what it is. It is what it is, guys. Right, let's put that there. I might even put a bracket from there to there as well, actually, just to make sure it's, you know, firmly attached. So let's just get this one in first. Okay, that won't come off there. Should I put a piece of wood over the front? Might do to neaten off. I definitely need to put a piece of wood from that leg at the bottom, from there to there, so I can cut that one next, I think. Piece of wood that goes across there. Can't put it on the back because I can't get round there, but I'll put it on the front. Right, let's attach the other side now. Right, we've got to figure out where these legs are because I had to move it forward a bit so that it sort of wasn't too wonky. Right, so I'm thinking here. Is it worth putting another in? Let's see how big that is. Yep, you know what? I'll put another one in there. In there. I do have a piece of wood, so I will. Right, let's put some pre-drilled holes in it. Sorry, you got me back. Just because I'm making sure that it's pushed in. That one will go directly into that, so that's no good. Let's get that one out. You can go there. Go into the bracket, that one, so. Easily remedied. Ooh. Oh, wrong way around, that's why. Okay. This leg wasn't quite sitting right, so I did take the pegs out from down there. It just needed to be 2 inches that way. I couldn't tell until this top bit was on. So I undid those peg things, pushed it over, re-screwed it at the top. So, you know, it's okay to make mistakes. Right, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this piece of wood from here to here, like so, and that'll strengthen it, hopefully, and not have it splaying out sideways. The aim is I can possibly get some wood across here for storage as well. Right, let's get some holes in here. See where I want to make them. And I know if you're a woodworker watching me, it's really quite torturous because I just do it in whatever way I can rather than the right way. Right, let's see. We need to sort of make it sort of kind of level, don't we? I think that's sort of kind of level. Now, can I get my screwdriver in there? Because if I can't, I might struggle. Okay, a little bit. That's better from the other way. Okay, I'm going to struggle with this one, I think. It's in. That was a struggle. Okay. Whew. Right. Well, I'll put one in. I'll stand back and see if it looks straight. I can't tell. Maybe like that looks straight. Do it at an angle. Right, hang on one sec. Just doing that one at an angle so I can get me drilling. That makes more sense, doesn't it? Oh, God. How you don't catch me swearing on these videos, I do not know, honestly. Right, I'm just going to stand back before I put any more screws in there. To see what it's like, sorry. Oops, just fall over. You know what, you can't even see it. I can't even see it from over here. I'd have to go, it is what it is, it's okay. Whoops, it'll do. Right, let's do another one. I've got a screw on top of that cupboard as well that needs to come off. On top of the tabletop. And a rusty screw sticking through that I forgot about. Okay. Oops, this is important piece of wood because it's going to stop things moving about a bit, isn't it? So don't miss out this stage. Okay, right. Whew. I think, let's have a look from a distance and see what it looks like. Okay, right, there we have it. Obviously, not the neatest thing you've ever seen, but that's only to be expected from me. It's a potting bench I can put my plants on. I can store wood underneath. So I'm just going to give it a bit of a clean. I'm going to put some wood on it because I've got all this wood here. It's just in the way and I can't get to anything. So yeah, I'm just going to tidy that area up just a little bit, just so it looks a bit nicer. And I'll bring it back when I've made it look a bit nicer. But yeah, and you know what? It does what it's supposed to do. It's given me a height of which I can put plants on. And also what I haven't shown you actually, outside, when I went mudlarking a couple of weeks ago. You know what I'm like? I'm like a womble. I found that piece of wood. Can you believe it? I carried it from the dump. this piece of wood. It's a bit skew with. I don't want to know. I'll probably bang it, try and get it straighter. But I was thinking of maybe at some point adding that on somewhere as well, like an L shape at the end. Something like that. So I have got that as well. But yeah, look at the state of it in there. Right, look at that. And then I'll bring it back when I've sort of sorted that area out and that wood out a little better. Right, well, I feel like I'm getting there. I feel like I'm getting somewhere. The wood is all stored. I'm getting to the big box. I'm going to put the big box outside. All the plastic that was covering everything has gone in here. Gone in this thing that I laughed at initially when I got it from Temu. But it's actually really quite handy. It's got the netting in and it's got the plastic in. Okay, the big box, look, I mean, this big box is gigantic. That's for outside. Might as well put it outside. But the wood's there. Perfect. You know, I use a lot of the wood. I've put some of the boxes there because the L shape that I build on the end of here, I might try and do shelves. To put the boxes on. Okay, but it's a work in progress. It's a work in progress. But I'd certainly think, look, I've put these on here. I'm getting a few more of these, but just to show you the sort of thing, you put your plant pots in it, your soil in it, whatnot. I've got those like tea bag plant pots, tea bag like plant pots to put in there, but I just thought I'd put those on there to show you. I found 4 of those brackets, so I stuck a back bit on so nothing will be falling down and hitting the wood at the back, so I don't have to scramble about on my hands and knees. So I think that's really quite successful there. Right, so I'm just going to carry on tidying up. I just wanted to give you a little bit of an update of where I'm up to. And I've also got things like greenhouses that need building. I've got floors to sweep, that to put away, that to sort out, boxes, just tons and tons of stuff. But I'm at it. I'll show you when I'm finished. Right, just got a couple of things to show you, sort of mid-tidy up. I'm getting a bit fed up with it now because it's been going on for a long, long time. Okay, so what have I got to show you? Yeah, I bought these little things. They screw on the top of bottles, not all bottles obviously, but only some bottles. And they make little watering cans, and I thought that would be a great little watering can for in here, because you don't want to absolutely drench it, do you? But fill a bottle of water with that. And there you go. So there you go. I think I got them off Amazon, about £6 for 6, something like that. Something nothing. You just need the right size bottle for it to go on. Okay, got some of those and got some seeds. Getting ready with some seeds. So more of the cucumber gherkins, because I had great success with them. I might even get another packet because I'm hoping to do a big structure with gherkins on, cucumber gherkins. Okay, so I don't know how many's in there, but this is all for March. Oh, didn't give you a timestamp. It's February the 3rd. Yeah, January was such a long month. It had about 104 days in it. But there you go. Some gherkins and some loofahs. And I'm going to sow them right at the beginning this time. And it says you have to scarify. What is it? Scarify the seeds. So I need to sand them or poke a hole in them or something. I think that's what scarify means. So yeah, I'm going to try the loofahs. Going to grow them a lot soon. I had to wait way too long last time. So yeah, those are a few things. Oh, and an update on the rats, okay? So if you remember, I said I thought there was rats coming in. So I blocked the hole off, put bricks in front of it, removed that potato that was half eaten. I have this anyway, hand sanitizer. I have about 3 or 4 dotted about, which whenever I don't use gloves, this stuff I use all the time, okay? And just as a routine now, I spray with bleach. I spray with a bleach solution just everywhere along the edges, just around the edges, just to make sure that they don't come in, and just to clean it. So just as a matter of habit, to make sure they don't come back, just squirt it around. It's strong smelling, and I think we're okay. I've left the corner with the tools in so I can see if there's any digging. So if there's any more digging there, I have got some rodent wire that I made something for my hamster. I had to make a lid for my hamster cage. So I have got rodent wire mesh. So if I need to put that on, I will do. But yeah, I think so far so good. Just keeping it clean, making sure that the pesky rats don't come in. We have a little bit of something to do outside. First of all, let me show you something. Okay, so down here we have 3 bags of manure. A few people did a manure run at weekend. I can't get here at weekend, so I thought I'd missed out, but they actually dropped me off 3 bags of manure because I got that wood chip dropped into, which is all gone now, by the way. Everyone's used it, which is absolutely fantastic. That's what you want. You want it to be used. I've got my lot. They've got their lot. So yeah, so I've got 3 bags of manure. Probably going to use them on the new beds up there. I think. What do you think? I'm not quite sure. Right, well, what I do have, what I've been given, because that gentleman there at that plot there, might have said before, he's gone. He's finished. He's left his plot. It was just too much with his garden at home and grandkids, whatnot. So I've been given a rhubarb from there. So there's the rhubarb. I just want to bury it. I can't harvest it this year, but it doesn't matter, does it? It doesn't matter. We can't harvest it the first year because mine is growing. Look at that. This rhubarb does so well, honestly. So I'm just going to dig a hole and bury that. And should I put a little bit of manure in the hole? You know what? I've got manure. Let's put it in. Why not? Or do I put it around it? Oh, do I need to Google that? Do I put it in? Do I put it round? I think it's rotted. Must be rotted because I can't smell it. Should I put it round? Put it round. Put it round. Let's put it in the hole in case it burns it or something. I don't know how it works, but yeah, really. Shall I Google it now? Let's just do it. Let's just bury it, stick some manure around it. Okay, I think we'll put it here. It does go over it will go over onto the path, but that doesn't matter. It just takes away the straightness of the lines as well. So if it goes over, if you know what I mean. Okay, let's dig a hole. And this is a bed I never really put to bed, actually, the strawberry bed, just because all the leaves go brown and the strawberries popping up all the time on here. I think it's just, if you see the grass, when it comes round to it, just nip the grass out. I mean, there's quite a bit of grass going on in here. But yeah, it's not really one that I put to bed, the strawberry bed, because it's such a busy bed. But anyway, there we go. Right, we've planted that. Should we go and get some, we'll just put a strawberry up. There you go. Shall I get some manure? Should I? Might as well just stick it around the one that we actually get the stuff from as well. Okay, right, let's get some manure. Might as well. Ugh. Okay. Ugh. Okay. I can't put my hands in it, can I? Oh God, no. Right, okay. Let's put some round this and then put some round there. I've never done this before, so if I'm doing it wrong, I'm very, very sorry, and I'm sure it irritates you highly. But that must put something back into the soil, surely. Right, so there we go. We've made a bench. We buried a rhubarb. We put hob rings on the mud kitchen. I think we've done for today. Thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe if you haven't subscribed already. It's totally free. Just press that button and press that notification bell as well, because it tells you when my video goes out, which is usually on a Monday at 9 o'clock. Doesn't usually differ from that. So yeah, thank you so much for watching. I appreciate every single comment, and I do try and answer every single one. The odd one might slip through the net, but I do try my best to keep on top of them. We've done a lot. I'm exhausted. I need to sit down. I need to carry on tidying in there. You don't need to see that because it's super boring. But I will catch you next time. Thank you so much. I shall see you next week. Bye.